Hey VIPs, it's Lex Joy from Lex Joy VIP Access, and today I'm hanging out with the multi-talented, super amazing
Audrey Whitby.
Woo! And we're here hanging out in your house today. So much fun.
You guys are actually in my room right now.
Yeah.
I cleaned it up. So just for you guys, it never looks like this. So just snapshot this moment.
A little VIP Access exclusive special for all of your fans.
Because 2 days from now, it'll look like a tornado blew through here.
Now, Audrey, can you tell us what inspired you to become an actress?
Well, I grew up in a really small town in Indiana, and there's not a lot to do there, but there is this community theater, and so on my very first part, I was actually Molly and Annie. Aww. And so I guess from then on, I would just watch Broadway musicals, and then I lived so close to Chicago, I would audition in Chicago, and I loved musical theater, and then all of a sudden, I loved watching TV. I've always loved sitcoms. I grew up watching Saved by the Bell. I love that show, and 30 Rock, and so I guess it's just watching TV. I loved watching TV growing up. Just endless hours in front of the TV. And so that's why I know that's what I want to do.
Absolutely. And look at you now. You're on TV. So AwesomenessTV started off as a network on YouTube and now recently got picked up as a TV show on Nickelodeon. What is it like for you seeing your AwesomenessTV sketches on the small screen?
I love it. I think one of the really cool things is I actually wrote a sketch. Ooh. I wrote the song parody Click, and me and Mad Money and Allison Arm wrote it all together. But I think that was one of the craziest experience for me, is seeing something that I'd actually had taken a part of behind the scenes go on the big screen. I think it's really fun, and I love seeing that it's some of my favorite sketches that I had so much fun getting to be recreated and reshown.
That's super cool, and a lot of people might not have known that you actually wrote that and were behind that, so that's excellent. Now, what is a typical day like for you filming on set of AwesomenessTV's IMO?
Well, get there at 7, which means I'm at Gracie DeZenny's house at 6:30, knocking on her door, telling her to get out of bed.
Wake up call.
It is. One time I did literally go to her room and shake her awake. She was so tired. And then we, get there around, 7. We go through hair and makeup until 8. And then we meet the live audience, and we get mic'd, and we get dressed, and then we start our first episodes. And that's so fun. We shoot 10 episodes a day, I would say. 5 in the morning, 5 kind of at night. And then we break for lunch, and we take pictures with all the people. And, we shoot a lot of little YouTube videos for our own channels in between. So AwesomenessTV IMO days are just really fun.
Excellent. It's very busy, I can tell, on set, but you made me feel like I was behind the scenes with you, so that's awesome. Now, you're also working on a new Nickelodeon show called The Thundermans. Can you tell us a little more about that?
The Thundermans is this show it's super fun. It's a show about a family of superheroes, the Thundermans, and I play Phoebe Thunderman's best friend, Cherry, who, in the very first episode, Cherry's there. She's coming over for a secret sleepover, and it's all about them having to hide their powers from Cherry when it's really hard, and she's got these 2 little siblings that just abuse it a little bit. So yeah, I play Cherry, and I love it, and she's so bright, and she's colorful, and she loves talking about boys and fashion, and she's a blogger, and I think she's a lot like myself, just very bright and bubbly, and so I've had so much fun working on The Thundermans. It's such a fun show.
I was just going to say that when you were describing your character, it kind of it sounds like you, basically, so that's awesome. Now, what other upcoming projects are you working on that your fans can look forward to?
Well, watch out for The Thundermans. I'm going to be on a lot of episodes of that coming up this fall. Every Monday, keep watching the AwesomenessTV show. I live tweet every Monday, every time it premieres. So if you want to talk to me and give me your feedback, I love that. I also do the Bop Report, which is, kind of for Bob and Tiger Beat magazines, and I give you the dish on what's going on in the world, especially with Justin Bieber. Talk a lot about him, and you keep watching IMO every day. So
excellent. And also, you recently did a photo shoot with Heartloom, correct? Yes. So that's another project that your fans can look forward to. Now, speaking of your fans, we have a ton of fan questions. First off, from Alexis_Unger143, what was your favorite IMO episode?
I think my favorite IMO episode that we did was we talked about basically it was what we like about each other. So it was like a compliment episode. Like we literally just went down the line and like it was like Audrey's turn and everybody named what they liked about Audrey, or it was Tila's turn and everybody named what they liked about Tila. And I think that was such a cool episode.
Excellent. And also another question from Alexis_Unger143. What did you first think when you met the IMO girls?
It can be intimidating because they had already shot one weekend. I joined 2 weekends in. Like they had already kind of formed a relationship together. And I was stepping into this group of tight girls that are very bright and fun and, you know, have big outgoing personalities. So at first I was slightly intimidated, to be honest. I was like, these girls they have their act together and I'm a hot mess. And but no, and then you realize that it's just and they're so friendly and they're so nice and they're very good at making you feel welcome.
And you guys are like a family. It's so wonderful seeing you guys on, you know, both TV and on like the YouTube channel because you guys have like such a great chemistry with each other. So it's great.
Yeah, we are. We're like sisters at this point.
Yeah.
We bicker, we have fun, and we play around with each other now. And so now we're just as close as family.
Aw, that's wonderful. Now we also have another fan question from John A.L. Nicholas. What music genre would be your main focus with your ukulele?
I think the ukulele, I love playing folk music on the ukulele, whether it's Mumford & Sons or, you know, Monsters and Men or anything like that right now. Like, I love all sorts of folk music. And I just was at Bonnaroo where I got to see all of my favorite people. And so I think that's what, if I decided to pursue a music career, which I honestly don't think I would, it's such a hard industry. I feel bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, it seems harder even than what I do. I think I would probably pursue kind of like a folky sound.
Interesting. Now, lastly, if you could bring out one message to all your amazing fans, what message would that be?
Thank you so much, my witnesses, for following me. And, you know I've been all across the board recently with what I'm doing. So thank you for keeping up and supporting me. And just, you know, always be yourself. And, you know, that's it.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me, Audrey. I had an amazing time with you, and it's so much fun hanging out with you. Now, if you could bring out your Twitter and all your social media so your fans could stay tuned with you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, my Instagram is Audrey Whitby. My Twitter is Audrey Whitby. Really creative. Took me a while to come up with it. And my YouTube is The Audrey Whitby.
Excellent. And make sure you stay tuned for our Instagram takeover. You'll be taking over the AlexisJoyvipaccess Instagram account that launched today. Well, thank you again, Audrey. I wish you continued success with your career, and it was amazing chatting with you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming. Bye.